NBA trade season is here. Let's take a look at the top 5 most jaw-dropping in-season trades in NBA history. We kick things off at number 5 with a very lopsided one here. It was Pau Gasol, who was 27, 4-time All-NBA, 12 franchise records for the Grizzlies, who was shipped to the Lakers for Kwame Brown, a bag of chips, and a few other things.
Kwame Brown!
To be fair, there were a couple of picks and a guy named Marc Gasol in that deal who turned out to be alright. But Pau and Kobe at the Lakers together, 2 championships, 3 straight trips to the finals. It was not a fair trade. At number 4, a shock trade that really ended up being a lose-lose. It was 93-94 and MJ had retired, so the East was finally wide open. The Atlanta Hawks were the surprise bolter and found themselves sitting on top of the East, and they thought, hey, now's a good time to trade away our 9-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA, scoring champion, 2-time Slam Dunk Contest winning champion, human highlight reel Dominique Wilkins. Yes, Dominique was out of contract at the end of the season and they traded away for a younger Danny Manning, but you know what? Manning was also out of contract at the end of the season and he didn't end up re-signing. The Hawks also threw in a first rounder for good measure because trading away the heart and soul of your franchise is not enough. Moving on to number 3, and we've got an NBA scoring champion traded for a number 1 overall pick. It was the late 80s and despite falling short the last couple of years, the Detroit Pistons were undoubtedly one of the best teams in the league. At 32-13, they traded away their leading scorer Adrian Dantley for former number 1 overall pick Mark Aguirre.
I'm better than AD, period. Player to player, ain't no comparison.
It worked out well for the Pistons. They went on to win 2 straight titles despite getting rid of this 2-time NBA scoring champ. At number 2 in our list, we go back to 1965 for a huge in-season trade for an even larger man. The San Francisco Warriors decided to trade their 41 point per game scorer Wilt Chamberlain to the 76ers for 3 average players and some cash. I'm sorry, I don't care how cash-strapped you are, you cannot be trading away Wilt Chamberlain in the prime of his career. Wilt went on to win the next 3 MVPs with the 76ers and a championship. Absolutely bonkers. And at number 1, of course, it's Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis, a deal that sent the NBA world into a tailspin. Considering Luka's age, early success, and being arguably the best player in the NBA at the time, it was absolutely insane that Nico Harrison would ship him off to the Lakers for a pretty small package. The Mavs have since fired their GM, and the way Luka's tenure has started in LA, this trade can only get worse as the years go on. That wraps your top 5. Now, which in-season trades did we miss?